Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Neil and I make vlogs and videos about studying and living in Europe. I am in Luxembourg right now, and this video I will be revealing to you a game-changing strategy which will help you to focus better on your studies here in Germany, and specifically it will help you to approach your exams in a better way. So one foundational thing to understand here is that these exams in Germany are definitely not the first major exams in your life. The first major exam that you had was your board exam. And in the board exam, it is often approached with a very numerical perspective, that how much are you going to score, Who scored the highest in your school? Who scored the highest in the state? Who scored the highest in the entire country? How much do you have to score so that you can go to this particular high school or this particular junior college? The percentage or the GPA is the only metric that you focus on in the board exam. That logic is simply stupid if you apply that logic to your GPA here in Germany. The next big exam that you have is a combination of exams. You have your higher secondary or your high school board exam, as well as at the same time you have entrance exams. Those entrance exams could be for particular institutes, they could be for the specific state in which you want to study, they could be all India level, like you have the JEE main, JEE advanced. And even those exams are often very numerical, that if you want to study in this particular IIT, you need this particular rank. If you want to study this particular subject in this particular institute, you need to have this much rank. And also, for many cases, if you want to study in a particular institute, you have to have a particular score in your high school board exams. This also is a very numerical perspective, number-based approach, score-based approach. And then the other exams that you give after those are your normally 4 years long bachelor courses, BE, BTech and BSc, which you have 8 semesters or 6 semesters. So every semester, at the end of every semester, you have exams. And here things get a bit more sketchy, because you have to do your exams because you are studying those courses, but you also have to focus on, let's just say, the CAT entrance exam if you want to do MBA in India, GMAT if you want to do your MBA in Europe or USA. You have to focus on GRE, IELTS, TOEFL and whatnot. You also have to focus, if you want to do a job right after your bachelor, you have to focus on becoming job ready. You have to do some certifications and whatnot. You also have to learn your soft skills from scratch. This again is a very scattered event, a very scattered approach, because you have to do so many things at the same time. And here also it gets into a numerical perspective, that it's good if you score more than 7 in your IELTS. It's good if you score more than a certain number in the GRE. It's very good if you score higher than this mark in the GMAT. If you want to go to this company, you should have a minimum GPA of, let's just say, 8.2 every semester. This again gets into a very numerical based approach. But the biggest difference between your master's exams in Germany and your all these exams that you have been giving all your life, board, high school, bachelor courses, is that the GPA is not the sole metric on which your suitability is evaluated, be it your suitability or your ability to do a PhD, or your ability to get into a job, or your ability to get into one more master's degree, or your ability to get into an MBA after your master's. This is more of a learning based approach. How well do you know your area in which you have been doing your masters? How well do you understand the innovations that are happening every month in that particular discipline? How aware are you about what can change in the future in your discipline? What kind of sources do you read from? Magazines, journals, papers. So this is something very important to understand. In all the earlier exams, board, high school, bachelor courses, it was more of a focus on the end. If you get these many marks in your board exam, it will be happy, it will be a very good thing that you can get into this junior college. If you get this particular mark in your entrance exams, it will be very helpful because you can get into this particular institute for a bachelor's. If you get this particular score in the CAT or your GMAT or GRE, you can get into this particular institute for your master's or MBA. So that's, we are always focusing on the end, that do this now, like achieve this particular grade or this particular score now, so you can go to this place later. And that grade is something very, very numerical, which is not going to work when you come here to Germany. Because here in Germany, it's like GPA is not very important. But as I said, you've got to understand the concepts very, very properly. And one more thing, all these exams, it could be your CET or your GRE or your JEE Advanced, they are highly score based. So you often get into these formula based approaches that understand the formula, memorize the formula, apply the formula, and you will get the right answer. But here, what I feel here in master's education is like, you've got to ask the question yourself. You've got to find the answer yourself. So it's not only finding the answer, it's also about asking the question. So that's the point. Every week you've got to be learning, you've got to be understanding the concepts. You've got to understand how well you understand the concepts. And that is what I call in the process mentality. So the earlier exams were kind of a focus on the end game, focus on the end. But this Germany, master's exams in Germany, it's more like focus on the concept, focus on the process of learning. Because to be very honest, when you understand how a particular formula works, there is no need to remember the formula. But when you start to mug up the formula, if you don't remember the formula or you make a mistake in the formula, you can't get the answer or you cannot solve the question. But if you know the source of the formula, if you know the concept behind the formula, it becomes very easy. So to summarize, stop focusing on the numbers, Stop focusing extremely on your GPA. If you get 1.3 instead of a 1.0, it's all right. If you get 1.7 instead of a 1.5, it's all right. But make sure that there is no weakness in your foundation. So that was all for this video. My name is Neil and you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Eastern Shark. It will be there in the description. And like, share, comment and subscribe, and also press the bell icon. And if you know anyone who wants to do their masters in Germany or is right now doing their masters or bachelors in Germany or Europe, make sure you forward them this video so they can focus and approach their exams in a better way. Thank you.